Hi guys, this is Tammy. I am back, and today I wanted to do a video about relationships. I was inspired to do this video because I'm actually in a really good place in my relationship. My fiance and I have been through so much. We've had ups and downs. We've been happy, angry, sad, stressed. We've been through it all, and right now we're in a really good place. So I wanted to kind of give you guys 5 tips on how you can sustain a healthy relationship. So, tip number 1 is loving yourself first. I know you've heard that 1,000 times. I know you've read it, you've seen it online, but it's so important to love yourself first. Now, that can include taking yourself out on a date, having a mental break where you have an hour for yourself every day just to kind of regroup, having a mental break, setting boundaries with other people. Some people can literally drive you crazy. Some people can push your buttons and get you all upset and things like that. You have to set boundaries with people. Just really taking care of yourself on the inside, because that'll transform on the outside, where you'll start putting more effort on the outside. And what I mean by that is, if you're happy on the inside, you're going to take care of yourself physically, you're going to take care of yourself financially, and in turn that will help you mentally. So loving yourself first is so important and is very attractive. Men actually love women who are so happy with just them, being single, being by themselves. Your happiness comes out like a ray of sunshine, and it attracts men. It'll attract men like from everywhere. Men you wouldn't even suspect would even approach you. So loving yourself first is so important. Even with your friends and family, people would want to hang around you more. They would want to spend time with you. They would even just call just to see how your day is going. So loving yourself first is so important. It's so important to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, because if you're taking care of yourself, then you'll be mentally able to be there for somebody else, which in turn will help your relationship. Tip number 2 would be trust. Now, it's not easy to build trust with a partner. It takes time, especially if you've dated people in the past and it didn't work out. Trust is super hard because you have your wall up against everybody. But you have to give whoever you're dating, the new person that you're dating, you have to give that person a chance. You can't let them pay the price for what you've experienced in your previous relationship. Now, if you haven't been in a relationship before, then this gives you the opportunity to be comfortable enough to trust somebody who's actually, willing to spend this time with you and get to know you and build trust with you as well. So building trust is very important. It sets the foundation of where the relationship is going. When you learn to trust somebody, then you can actually feel more comfortable in sharing things with them, telling them personal secrets. I mean, for me in my relationship, it's like when I talk to my significant other, I actually talk to him as if I was like writing in a diary. So I tell him some of my deepest secrets. I tell him things that I'm worried about, things that I'm scared about, and he actually makes me feel more comfortable. And I share these things with him because I actually trust him. And it's so important when you have at least one person in your life that you can trust. It should at least be your significant other. Even if you can't trust anybody else out here, it should at least be your partner, if nobody else. If you can't build trust with that person, it's like you're out here by yourself. I mean, you can tell your mom and dad and your friends so much, but with your partner, that should be somebody that you should be able to share a lot with, almost everything with. So building trust is super important. Tip number 3, communicate. Communicate should have been number 1, honestly. No, love yourself first is number 1. That's like most important. But tip number 3 is communicate. Whether it's good, bad, indifferent, it doesn't matter. Share whatever you need to share with your partner. Get it off your chest. Do not hold it in, because if it's something that's bothering you and you hold it in, over time, it builds up in your head so huge. They don't have a clue that it's building up in your head. And then when you finally want to express it to your partner, it comes out like you're this raging dragon, like you're this crazy person. Like, do not hold anything in. I know it can be uncomfortable to communicate certain things with your partner, but it's the best thing that you can possibly do. Set that tone early in your relationship. Make it to a point where you can accept what he's saying to you. He can accept what you're saying to him. Whether they like it or not, you have to communicate. Do not hold it in, because guess what? If you can't communicate with your partner, you're going to step outside of your relationship and start communicating to other people who can possibly give you some horrible advice. So you don't want to go down that road. You want to keep your business and your relationship solid and tight between you two. Work it out. Work it out. That's like the most important thing that I can express to you. Also, by communicating, when you listen to your partner, also listen to their emotions involved in what they're saying. Listen to find out if they are happy, if they're sad, if they're excited about something, if they're stressed, if they feel overwhelmed. Because some people may just listen to the words, but listen to those emotions behind those words, because it's so important to kind of know how your partner is feeling. If they're really excited about something that they accomplished, acknowledge that. If they're really stressed and overwhelmed about something, acknowledge it. Let your partner know that you are emotionally in tune with their feelings as well as they are with yours. And another thing, if you're upset about something and you guys are communicating, because there's going to be conversations where you're not going to agree all the time, make sure that you not only say what you have to say, but you also listen to what they're saying and acknowledge it. So that's like super important. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Tip number 4 is respect. You have to respect whoever you're dating, whoever you're in a relationship with. If you can't respect that person, they're not going to respect you, and eventually their relationship is going to fail, or it's going to be completely dysfunctional, whatever. But you have to respect your partner. You have to respect their boundaries. You have to respect things that they like, including activities and hobbies. You have to respect their needs. They're different. They're coming from a different household than you, so they may have different ways of viewing things, different things that they like to eat or cook, or things that they like to do, or different traditions. You have to respect that, because if you respect them, they'll in turn respect you. Now, if they don't respect you, then that's just not the person you should be with. I mean, let's be honest. But respect is huge. You have to respect their time. They have to respect your time. You have to respect the fact that you may be so in love with that person, but they may want to hang out with their friends sometimes, so you don't want to smother them. Respect it. Because there's going to be times where you're going to be wanting to be with your friends, and they have to respect it. So respect is huge. Even if you're out in public and you're with other people and you guys have a disagreement, respect what they're saying. Don't cause a scene in front of people. Don't try to embarrass your partner, because that can crush them. Show respect. Let them know that you're going to respect them, whether they're behind closed doors or they're in public. Always be respectful. And then being respectful to your partner also shows that you have good morals and a good character. Regardless if it's something that makes you uncomfortable or not, just always show respect to other people, especially your partner, somebody who you should be protecting anyway. Last but not least, have fun. That's the most important in a relationship. I know I told you like some crazy stuff. I mean, these are all like basic things I'm sure you've heard from multiple people, but these are tips that I actually use in my relationship. And, I've been in my relationship for a while. So having fun is so important. That means being spontaneous, trying things that your partner wants you to try, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Just go for it. What do you have to lose? You're with a person that's going to protect you. So allow yourself to trust that person by trying out new things. And then just, being romantic, keeping intimacy alive. Great sex. That's super important. If you choose to do that before you get married. Have fun with it. Just kind of relax and be yourself. You should be with the person that you can completely let your hair down. You feel safe around. You feel protected. So just have fun. You should be able to express your innermost, deepest secrets, your feelings, things that you really like, and they should be able to respect that about you. So by keeping the relationship fun, it's like talking to a best friend. It's like talking to somebody that you can tell anything to. You can be any way you want to be. Somebody that you don't have to privately indulge in something and they have no clue about. So have fun in your relationship. Make it the best that you can. Let it grow. If you have a lot of fun in your relationship, pretty soon you'll be like, wow, where did the time go? It'll just fly by because you're having fun. So just relax, take it easy, be yourself, communicate, trust, respect, and love yourself. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video.